Ronda Rousey. Yet another reminder that Michael Cole is really bad at his job and should not be doing any WWE commentary or really any wrestling commentary now or in the near or far distant future. Not even the not too distant future next Sunday AD. But however, Ronda Rousey, she would actually pay trans and not deny a left, right, or Sandy Hook. But Ronda Rousey, oh, she'll never pay trans. And boy, she'll just be a truther about a whole bunch of other bullshit because she's a real fucking idiot, isn't she? Great athlete, but a fucking idiot. But Ronda Rousey, who the fuck is that? Anyway, I'm John Renton with my review, WWE Smackdown from New Orleans, Louisiana. Also, they taped next week's episode of Smackdown, so that's also going to be from New Orleans, Louisiana, because they didn't just automatically transport the whole goddamn thing, teleport somewhere else, because they're going to be going to Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, where, and I quote, WWE continues to influence the world. It's not propaganda. It's not propaganda. How dare you say that anything's being pointed off screen at us? How dare you accuse us of that? Oh, that's the shot at the government, by the way, not the people. I'm sure there are plenty of lovely people in Saudi Arabia, but oh boy, that's going to be a whole lot of fun to review. You know, I might as well just say it right now, and I will say it in the upcoming reviews for Raw, maybe even NXT and next week's SmackDown. The Elimination Chamber review will be up later because I'm going to be working that day. I'm not going to take that day off to review that show. I will watch it on delay. Because honestly, I don't really have any interest in watching that show live. And plus, maybe I won't make so many goddamn offensive jokes like I really give a shit because I'm just going to make bad jokes about that show anyway. But at least I didn't make any offensive jokes about this. Except I totally fucking did. This show, outside of one match, there was one really, really good match. Other than that, it was not a very good show. But anyway, so yeah, recaps of the Ronda, excuse me, stupid allergies, Ronda, Charlotte, and Sonya stuff. So Sonya was in a sling. You know, fortunately, her girlfriend can still be pleased because she's ambidextrous. That won't get me hate. She says people like Rousey and Naomi. People like Naomi. 2003 Triple H takes his hat off to you. So Rousey will be fined and suspended. She'll be fined $100,000 and suspended indefinitely. But then Adam Pearce shows up and says, Vince sent me an email. I guarantee you that Vince McMahon has no goddamn idea what an email is. The fuck's an email? Is that like when you attach, I don't know, you attach something electrical to a carrier pigeon? Vince, nobody used carrier pigeons. Nobody's used them for like the last 50 fucking years. Okay, great, fine. Carrier pterodactyl. Vince, stop. Stop. Jurassic Park. That's great shit. Ha ha ha. We need a wrestling dinosaur. Vince, we had some. Look, just put Grandpa Vince over there and let's book the show. I guarantee that if he knows what an email is, he had to have it explained to him. So anyway, Rousey is not suspended. And that Sonya cannot interfere in Naomi's match or lay a hand on her, or her job will be in serious jeopardy. Maybe double jeopardy. I don't know. All right. And I still guarantee Vince has no idea what an email is. I'm amazed he knows what a cell phone is. So, Michael Cole and Corey Graves were on commentary because Pat McAfee is at the Super Bowl. Great. Because commentary is barely tolerable with Pat McAfee trying to cover for the fact that Michael Cole is really fucking bad at his job. And now we got the guy whose girlfriend pees on him. Or he pees on her. I don't really judge and I don't kink shame. But what the fuck? Why would you put that out there? Man, it's like that meme that you share. Oh, I was having sex with a girl and I peed inside her and now she won't talk to me. Looks like you're in trouble. But then again, they are the #1 couple in WWE. And I'd be pissed if anybody said otherwise if I was them. All right. So I'm going to whiz past these jokes, and I'm going to go to the fact that I actually thought, by the way, Naomi ended up saying also, she came out and said, well, they said you couldn't put your hands on me, but not about me putting my hands on you. Smack! And I said, watch them have Naomi laid out backstage, and that would nullify the match. Turns out they actually didn't do that. New Day makes their entrance and break. Kayla was with Los Lotharios, the Lethal Lotharios, the Queeful Lotharios. I've seen this movie before. Also, New Day took on Los Lotharios because we have to run back this match that went on about 3 minutes too long. Wait. Oh, no, they're both dead. First, we have a kiss cam with a woman getting tag teamed. I also saw this in the movie before. Always delete search history, by the way. So the match was the same as before. It was more minority on minority violence because Fox demands it. And it should have ended before it did. I mean, you could really say that about any match because some matches just go on forever. The most devastating maneuver in all professional wrestling. Surprise roll up Angel or Garza, whatever fucking names he goes by now. Tops Kofi and gets the victory. There you go. So, the Usos then target the Viking Raiders and steal their helmets. Why is this feud going on? Why is this happening? Why do I care? Why do I care? I miss War Machine. Cole interviews Reigns, and apparently he was doing these live because he was going backstage and like doing this stuff, like sitting down. So, okay, he was definitely getting his workout in. He was talking to Reigns while Heyman was just there like, yes, my Tribal Chief, yes, yes. And he mentioned about how Goldberg was dominant in WCW and... Roman's had one funny line. If I was in WCW, everybody would be winning because they would still be in business. It's good. It's good. I mean, I don't think anything could save WCW. That was good. As somebody that is a lifelong, WCW fan, even the bad stuff, and love the Monday Night Wars, and love the pre-Monday Night Wars stuff, good, bad, or indifferent, that was good shit. It was all about Goldberg, and Roman loves smashing elderly men because I guess he can get gum head at the table. It's a gum job. I'm just going to make this as uncomfortable as possible. So we get recaps of Natty and Aaliyah. I like Natty. Aaliyah's been trying. And we get a big old jet airliner. Wrong, Aaliyah. And we get this match. It can only be won by pinfall or submission. No countout, no DQ, no whatever the fuck. So, yeah, it was fine. It was all right. I mean, Natty can work with anybody, and Aaliyah has improved. She couldn't have gotten any worse than she did. And Natty ends up getting the sharpshooter in the rope, or, on her, but she gets to the ropes with, oh, no, no rope break, no DQ, so she taps out on the apron. Okay. Where are we going with this feud? Can we go nowhere? I don't know what the point of this is. Is Natty any better off? And I love Natty, but is Natty any better off after this? No. Is Aaliyah any better off? I mean, it's not like August of 2001, so Aaliyah's fine. So anyway, we celebrate the life of Rocky. Oh, by the way, before that, actually, Xia Li shows up to absolutely no fucking reaction until the piped-in noise comes in, because Xia Li, for all those vignettes, has meant absolutely nothing. I love Xia Li. She's talented, she's fucking beautiful, she can be somebody, which is technically true of anybody that possesses matter and is a human being, or any kind of creature on this earth. You can be somebody, you can be something. Xia Li hasn't meant shit. I like Xia Li, but what's the... All those vignettes, and then they give her spoopy Mortal Kombat lightning. Mortal Kombat! More like, the Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Mother, you're alive. Too bad you will die. I'm actually going to retro review that at some point because I hate myself. And then we get a Black History Month video package celebrating the life of Rocky Johnson and narrated by The Rock. And if you can't figure out the relation between those two, you have been living under a rock. If you've been living under The Rock, my goodness, you lucky person. Moving on from that, they mentioned all his career accolades and all the stuff that he did and how he was so good and he trained Rock correctly and everything. Except he really didn't train him that much. And Rock didn't have the best relationship with him. And also, they didn't mention any of the underage girls that Rocky Johnson got with. And if you don't know anything about that, it's all over Google. Doesn't take that much searching. He ain't the only wrestler, but I'm not going to celebrate like, oh, he was this great person. He's a talented athlete, but no. I don't care if it's Black History Month or not. You can't celebrate people that did that kind of stuff and took advantage of people. If I'm not going to celebrate Pat Patterson, then I'm not going to celebrate Rocky Johnson. I don't fucking care about that. Listen to the Roddy Piper thing about Pat Patterson and you will understand. But Rocky Johnson, great athlete. Didn't really fucking shed a tear. And cool. Okay, congratulations. Yay, for underage stuff that he did. For absolutely no goddamn reason, you creep. I think The Rock was woken up from a nap before he did this narration, by the way. So, yeah, right into Insane. Wackiness. The Insane podcast with Nakamura and Boogs. But first, we had Knoxville throw one of Zayn's shirts in a wood chipper. Question, why'd he throw it in a wood chipper? Where'd he get a wood chipper? Why is this feud still going on? This is embarrassing. Yeah, I said the same thing about Bad Bunny and all that and had to eat crow. I don't care how passionate Johnny Knoxville is about, wrestling and whatever, happens with Jackass Forever. There have been people telling me to review it. No, I'm not going to review it. I don't often refuse stuff, but I'm not going to review Jackass Forever because I don't feel like it. I have other movies that I could review from home. I'm going to watch The Curse next Friday. I have more important things to do than watch something that I have not cared for. Other people do, that's fine. So, yeah, Nakamura says there's going to be there's going to be a new Jackass movie next week. Jackass Defeated, because he's going to beat him next week in a tape show for the Intercontinental Championship, because he's going to retain the Intercontinental title. So then then Zayn shocks Boogs, and his strumming hand is all cramped and everything. Got bad carpal tunnel from gripping his lengthy instrument too much, and man, we've all been there before, haven't we? Come on, guys, where are you going? Don't leave me on an island here. Help! What the hell am I doing on an island, and why am I trapped in this weird bubble? If anybody gets that goddamn reference, I will be amazed. So yeah, he then huluva kicks Nakamura and leaves. This is a segment that did not need to happen. So Moss says, hey, I'm going to make sure I'm not medically cleared to face Drew McIntyre at Elimination Chamber. You have to go face Cesaro alone. And despite the fact that Corbin was wearing a goddamn loud shirt that would have not been out of place in a vibrant, mushroom-influenced Aztec movie that wasn't Apocalypto, what does Cesaro do to deserve this? Also, Saudi plugged. WWE continues to influence the world. Again, guys, nothing bad happening. How dare you accuse us of that? We're not having a famed loved one held off camera, against their will while we say this stuff, this propaganda stuff, this stuff that we're reading, that we're not reading, totally. Why would you accuse us? Accuse us of that. Again, this is knocking the government. This is not knocking the people. So, by the way, Drew interrupts Madcap Moss trying to get his, eye exam. And he puts his sword right in his eye. There are many that would like Drew to put their sword or his sword right in their eye. Stop thinking about it. Stop thinking about it. I know you're thinking. You stop it. Get some help. And then, he says it's going to be false count anywhere, and he can even use the sword. And the Saudi government will probably look the other way, unless you're a journalist. Bone saw is ready. Pieces of Khashoggi. That was a bit cold, but whatever. Like the man himself. So, the personification of intensity, Goldberg. Intensity in the sense that he, is probably an intense amount of, I'd say, any kind of whatever, OxyClean. No, not OxyClean. Whatever kind of goddamn stuff that you put. Maybe Vicks Vapor over. Whatever old people put on them goddamn cells. Because I'm drawing a blank. I mean, I'm not that old yet. So, Goldberg would have gotten over with me if he had tossed Cole head first to the goddamn wall, because Michael Cole is really bad at his job. And then Naomi makes her entrance. We go to break. Ronda Rousey, says Michael Cole. He's an idiot. He's a fucking idiot. Also, it's funny that Graves earlier had mentioned about Corbin being a bit abrasive and everything. Yeah, I've seen how abrasive Corbin and Graves are. And Graves is a sensitive little bitch that apparently can't take any criticism, especially if it's from people that are of a particular gender that decide to fairly critique their lack of ability to do proper commentary, but that's okay. It's not like Graves, is the type of guy that would have left his wife, with the 3 kids and gone with a burnt piece of beef jerky. So let's move on to this main event. Naomi versus Charlotte. They are giving us 20 plus minutes, and you know what? There. Actually, in all seriousness, that's not sarcasm. This is probably one of the best TV matches I've seen in a while. This is the kind of stuff, if Charlotte actually would, look like she gave a damn, this is the kind of good shit that could happen. Naomi. I was never the biggest fan of Naomi when she first came in. Wasn't even like a number of years ago. It was around this time, 5 years ago. I was like, you know what? Let me give it a chance. Let me just wipe the slate clean and see if I was wrong. And I was, because she's worked hard. She has earned these opportunities. And she showed here why she should be featured more. This was good stuff. They did, Charlotte, of course, was, at one point wrapping her legs around her, slamming her head down, muffing out the glow. I saw that. Don't Google that, kids. And Naomi got a close 2 count on a blockbuster. We got a nice stacked powerbomb for 2. Moonsault got countered. She calls it the rear view. Why do they say it like that? 4-2, a very close 2. That was some good stuff. Really nice near falls here. Full Nelson slam. 1, 2, kick out. Other good stuff. We get a split leg for 2. But then we get a chop block. And we get the natural selection. 1, 2, 3. But Naomi showing that she can mean quite a bit. Give her Money in the Bank this year. Have her win Money in the Bank. If you're not going to feature her in a proper title match at Mania, give her Money in the Bank. Have her cash in. Have her cash in on Ronda, because Ronda's probably going to beat Charlotte. And there you go. Sonya shows up and gets in Naomi's face, but then gets clocked. And then Charlotte blindsides her. And then Ronda shows up. I don't even know what the fuck she was wearing. She just looks like she doesn't give a shit. She connected with she could have literally swung 50 feet over there, and assuming she was Stretch Armstrong or Mr. Fantastic or whatever, and somehow hit Charlotte more than she did. I mean, I know that she likes to deny certain hooks ever happened, especially, hooks involving children, you fucking twat. But, seriously, you won't pay trans, you deny hooks, and you can't land punches properly. What can you do? And I loved her first run for the most part. I ain't sold on this, and I know she just had a kid recently. It's got to be tough to come back from that. There wasn't a need for her to come back. It's not like she doesn't have enough money. Whatever. Anyway, it was a very good match, and it was just a goofy ending, and Ronda looked like she wanted to literally be anywhere else. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Ritlin. I'll see you soon.